it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
OMG, what's happening, y'all? Oh, y'all coming in strong too. What's up? It's your girl Constance Carter. What's today, y'all? I don't even know what today is. Is today Wednesday? Today's Thursday. What is today? Whatever day it is, oh, happy day. Listen, I'm so excited about being here with you today. We got some really cool stuff that we're going to talk about. And listen, every time we come on the Grow Your Money podcast, we always like to talk about things that matter to you. We like to talk to you about wealth. We like to talk to you about money, but money is not just, growing your money is not just about money. It's about wealth. It's about a holistic experience. It's not just your money. It's your time. It's your mind, your body, your spirit, and everything in between. Before we get started, I want to bring on my co-host, Miss Black Hollywood. What's up, baby?
Good morning. I'm in the gym today.
You in the gym?
Hey,
I missed you yesterday, girl.
Huh?
I missed you. I said I missed you yesterday.
I missed you too. I was watching. I was listening. I heard that really great conversation y'all had about DEI, and it made me think about a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. I mean, Hannah, my cousin, super smart, and she gave a lot of great nuggets and a lot of great information.
Yes,
so every time we come live, y'all, we like for you to talk back to us and talk what? Black to us. Mm-hmm. So we want to know where you're watching from, because we know we got Tiara, we got people who I think we have somebody from Zimbabwe, Europe, in the islands, Chicago, you in LA, I'm in DC. So we want you to put in the comments where you are watching from, because we like to shout you out and just see where you're watching from. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing I want to tell them, Tiara, is, what we need to do, because we always talk about this on the Fly Nubian Money, is about practicing collective economics. Yes. It's extremely important. The only way that we're going to be insulated from what is going on in this country is if we start working together. Yes. And so we want you to put your business, if you own a product, a service, or a business, we want you to put it in the comments, and we want you to be able to work with each other. And we'll also put it up on the screen so that your information can be featured up here, so that if you have a product or service that somebody needs, they can contact you directly. So what is your product or your service, where you're from, and where they can contact you. So your website. I don't want you to put your number on there, but put your website on there. Is that cool?
Yes.
Cool.
We need some things. I mean, you know what? I've made it a habit, Constance, to make sure that before I buy anything, there's not a Black-owned business that does it.
Yeah.
I'll just get online and be like, but does somebody Black do this? Okay, they don't. Okay. Let me go to Amazon.
So, and that's the way that other races do it. They look in Jewish people. They like, look, we ain't doing nothing outside of our community. We're going to do it in our community before we go outside of our community. Mm-hmm. And when we were talking to Marthella the other day, I've been working with Marthella for like 10 years or something like that, maybe 10, 15 years. And I would always, even though Catalyst was not Black only, it was Black owned. So when I used service providers, I would always try to find somebody Black first, right? And I was intentional about that. It didn't always work out. I'm gonna let you know right now. It did not always.
Because
sometimes we don't be.
Some of y'all is running businesses, right? Y'all just running with a D. Like y'all be running a business. You call, y'all ain't got customer service. We receive the products.
Right.
Like people answer the phone and be like, "Hello." You be like, "Is this the
right?
Hello?" Like, have you ever called somebody's business and they've been like, "Hello?
Yes.
Is this the restaurant?"
Yes. Girl,
yeah. You want to order?
I did that. So when I first moved out here, somebody said, I was like, "Is this a printing company?" Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we be printing. We be printing. What you need? Damn, y'all.
Yeah. So we always go to you first, but you gotta get your business. You gotta turn your business into a business.
Yeah.
And so, we'll give you constructive feedback. We're gonna, I always give you an opportunity. I'm never gonna cancel out Black businesses ever.
That's
I'm
right.
always gonna go to you first. But let's make sure that we do business, quality business, and then we're not running businesses.
Scams. Let me have the product. Give me the product. Don't have me buy something. I'm still waiting on some Timberland boots.
Right?
I bought them on an online. Anyway.
Yeah. It's that. It's a lot of that out there, girl. It is a lot of
Online
that.
seller. I was like, oh, these are nice. I ain't
Yeah.
seen them.
At 6 months. Or let me tell you another problem I have with some Black-owned businesses. It's these young people that are doing the and listen, I apply, and my daughter always has these problems because she likes to go to the little young girls who do the nails, they do the hair, and she said their terms and conditions like that you have to sign a thing, and then they want $50 up front, or they want $100, and I understand that because people be canceling, but then like a no refund policy, like they're just it's they overdo it sometimes. They don't know customer service. My daughter, she has a part-time job at a co-working space, and I used to own a co-working space out here, and so it's a lot of nail techs, hair people, wig people, and she says they'll show up late.
Yes, you be here all day.
We got to do better. We got to do better, Black people. So if you want people to come to your business, you got to run your business like a business. So we only want to promote good Black businesses. Okay. So if you have a business that you want to put out here, that you want to do business with somebody, we want to be able to promote you, and we want you to be able to. So Tiara, I want to shift gears because I know we were talking about Snoop Dogg. And man, girl, they tearing his ass up. Have you been reading the comments on his his page?
I'm happy. They make me happy. They make me happy. Those comments make me happy. It just
comments didn't disappoint.
Yeah, they don't disappoint. It lets me know that like I'm not completely in the twilight zone, and people are watching, and Black people ain't going for that shit. Like they're like, no, this is not. We're not here. We're not doing it. We're not supporting this behavior. I love that.
Yeah. So he's been real quiet. He ain't saying nothing. And you gotta wonder why. But the whole, in case you've been under a rock, I want to show you Snoop. So what 10 years ago was 2016 when Donald Trump ran the first time. He was saying some things about whoever performed.
So ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? Osby's the one that performs for himself. About noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton's. Come on, before the day begins, before I want to start bitching about my friends and what to go and damn you grind and young niggas at the back throwing up gas.
So who was the jigaboo?
I will perform for you, sir. Let me play some NWA for you, sir.
And that's also embarrassing, Tiara, because he's in front of, there's not another Black face in sight. And he is performing Boys in the Hood and saying nigga this, nigga that, and it is quite embarrassing. And he thinks that they were laughing with him, but they were really laughing at him. He was the jigaboo. And if you think about, did you see over there what Elon Musk said? He said the vibe shift is real.
It's real.
So basically, to me, what do you think he meant? What do you think Elon meant when he said the vibe shift is real?
That everybody got a different song. Everybody's singing a different song these days. Like, oh, now everybody is on the train. Oh, everybody is now kissing the ring. Everybody is, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way it felt to me.
The
what did it feel like to you?
It felt like I own you, nigga. The vibe shift is real. You over here, you on this side now. You on MAGA side now. Now you was just now. I told you on Fly Nubia Money, Chrisette Michelle is a personal friend of mine, and I feel so bad because they canceled the hell out of her. And this is a question I want to ask you though, because there have been other rappers who supported Trump in the past. Nobody's gotten canceled.
Yeah.
And nobody's gotten talked about the way Snoop got talked about. Chrisette Michelle was the only person that got really, really, really canceled. She lost movie deals. She lost fans. She lost followers. Yeah. Will they cancel Black women faster than they'll cancel Black men?
Yes. You know, I'm not sure. I saw the demise of Chrisette Michelle, and I think at the time everybody was I think I saw something that said, one of her interviews that said, like, I was just thinking it could be an opportunity to unify us. I didn't think it would be such a big deal, and so I said I would perform. And then it just cost her whole life. And it just really didn't make sense. Why? Because other people have supported Trump. Other
Mhm.
people have come out and said, so it just didn't make sense why she was targeted and why she took the fall. But I feel bad for Chrisette. She never was able to bounce back. So yes,
Yeah.
to answer your question, it for some odd reason, it's easy to like make Black women, in different situations, like where, they don't, it just feels like what did Malcolm X say? Right? We're not protected. We are the
The
most
least
unprotected, right? So
Mhm.
it's that energy. And I don't know how we get rid of it, Constance, but it's that energy
Yeah.
always.
Well, see, Black women, we I think the thing about us Black women is, if we're going to do something, we're going to do something. We're going to stay on code and do it. So if we all collectively decided we're going to not support, or we're going to cancel Chrisette, we all did it. Like, everybody did it.
Yeah.
And I don't think Black men have the same kind of discipline. You think about when you look at the NFL, Colin Kaepernick, he was a standalone. I think there was one or two guys that kind of went down with him, but them Negroes were being treated like $1 million slaves. And not one of them would get on their knee and say, listen, I'm getting on this knee for people who have been murdered by the police. Black men are more concerned with their money. I don't even want to talk about Soldier Boy, because he got on there and just made a complete fool of himself. But it's like, where is that moral compass? What and then the thing about when you talked about the comments, oh, they came through. They came through,
Oh,
baby.
maybe.
They said, look, the DOGG bent the knee. Probably the biggest disappointment, right behind Trump being elected again.
Yeah.
So despicable to disgrace MLK by performing at Trump hate rally.
Yeah.
Honestly, really disappointed in your decision on MLK Day. Damn, Snoop, sold out. And you know what, Tiara? He hasn't addressed it. So he posts all day like he normally does. He hasn't said anything. First of all, he didn't. This man always posts his performances. He did not post that performance of him at the crypto ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then they try to make it seem like, because I saw on the pivot, there was a white guy who put the crypto ball on and was trying to. He was trying to do a what do you call that? When you what does Olivia Pope do when they try to clean it up? He was trying to clean it up for Snoop, and he basically what they call it when they be trying to do a but he said, no, it wasn't the inauguration. It wasn't for Donald Trump. It was the MAGA crypto ball. It said, welcome to MAGA. So now you're going to play in our face and act like it wasn't for Donald Trump.
Not welcome to MAGA. Can I just real quick? I mean, and it did, y'all, I never went back to the NFL. I never, like, once we decided as a community to boycott, I never came back and watched it. I'm like, what? I think I was on one of Voices podcast. I was like, wait, are we not still, like a couple months ago, I was like, who's still boycotting with me?
Short-term
Nobody.
Black people got short-term memory. We can't stay on code.
We can't stay on code. So this is very, go ahead. I just wanted to say that.
No, that's real. We can't.
I have not watched.
That's part of the problem, Tiara, is we can't collectively get behind a cause. First of all, we have so many chiefs and not enough Indians. We have so many leaders and not enough followers. Everybody has an agenda. If we can find one agenda to get on and follow, but everybody is so money-minded, and I realize we need money in order to make the world go round. But if they understood that collectively they could make a difference. If they all decided, if these Negroes decided, we're not going to play today. Mm-hmm. Guess what happens? Nobody plays. Mm-hmm. The NFL is done. You have more control over what happens with the NFL than the owners do, but they can't wrap their minds around that. They think, oh, I'm gonna get cut. My life is gonna be over because there's no leader. Yeah. But in the NBA, it's a different thing. It's a whole different brood of men, I think, in the NBA. Because they did a lot of them, like LeBron. Ain't nobody telling LeBron not to kneel. They're protesting. They've done their protesting. You had some that wouldn't play during COVID because they wouldn't get the shot. Like, they were willing to stand for something. The NFL owners are like they're like down south. They're like good old boys. Yeah. These are my slaves. These are my $1 million slaves. This is my chattel. That's how they
Yeah.
treat the men in the NFL. I really believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's the ignorance. Did you see that Nelly was like, I saw a video of Nelly like, because he was trying to defend himself, but he's not articulate enough to do that. So he was like, I mean, what did he do? He didn't he didn't rent to a couple black people in the 70s. It's so ignorant, right?
Well, let's
Right?
look at that. Let's look at
Okay.
it.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to
No. She didn't invite me.
She didn't invite me either, man. I was gonna do all
I'm
at
just
home.
saying. Like so, but I don't knock the one.
Girl, I wish I would did the video of his little whack ass performance though. His little whack ass performance was
I
so
didn't even see it, girl. I didn't even watch it. What did he perform? It's hot in here. What did he perform? A
Remember
country song?
it was like he was shucking and jiving.
Where we going, Nelson?
And he actually performed at the inauguration. Snoop performed at the crypto ball. Nelly performed at the inauguration, and then stood on business and doubled down on that shit.
Yeah.
It's so funny because look, there was celebrities that was on his post. They wasn't on Snoop's post real heavy, but they was on. They were on Nelly's, and look, they said look at Richie Dollars. You remember Richie Dollars?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Should have just shut up and got your money. Trying to justify it makes it worse. He who the protest the loudest is probably the the rest.
Yeah.
Then look, Yvette Nicole Brown. She did a little gift. The Lord has tested me. And then Tabitha Brown and Niecy Nash. So the celebrities even was chiming in on the thing like, what? They were like, this don't even make no sense. I've seen somebody said, I'm confused. And then, the fans was, look, heavy on the shucking and jiving.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even cancel him. He got nothing to cancel. Somebody said they had secondhand embarrassment.
Yes.
It's giving Uncle Ruckus vibes. Wait, High Five said they expected him to do that one country song, and that was it.
That was it. You see, I was like, did he do the country song? Or it's hot in here? Like, what did he do?
Girl. So you gotta wonder, why is Snoop so quiet? Snoop has not addressed anything or anybody. He's been posting he posted like a little subliminal video, but he hasn't said anything. But some people, I seen somebody on my Facebook page said, look, y'all wasn't outraged when he did the porn. Y'all wasn't outraged when he did the gospel. Y'all wasn't outraged when he was doing gangster rap. Y'all wasn't outraged when he was doing all these things. But all of a sudden now that he performed for Donald Trump, now we outrage. And so somebody said it was called selective outrage.
Y'all, there was a time when we kind of stood together we took the temperature of the Black community and we said, okay, so this is not good for us as a collective. This is not a good look. When you got Elon Musk doing, and I'm not going to let this Roman salute go, right? You got somebody doing Roman salutes.
You do know that the Nazi salute derived from the Romans. It's essentially the same thing. They just call it something different.
Is he Roman? I mean, he's South African, right? Like, I'm confused about why he would stand before anybody.
He's letting y'all know what time we're going into.
Right. So if that's the case, like if you would put yourself in this situation around all of these people and just check the temperature of the Black community, I think Snoop would have known. So if they get canceled, which, to be honest, I hope they feel the repercussions of this. I hope they do. The reason why Snoop has not said anything is because he's letting it die over. He knows that you guys forget everything. He knows in a couple of months something is gonna happen and Black people gonna be like, what? Let me go this way. Snoop, you good again. He gonna show up with somebody on a show at the Olympics. He gonna, y'all gonna forget. So why are we even upset right now? Because we all gonna forget. We just said that. Y'all watching the NFL, y'all don't care. we gonna forget. We gonna forget.
I'm gonna ask the people watching. How many of y'all gonna forget?
Y'all gonna forget.
How many of you guys are going to still remember? And if you are canceling Snoop right now, are you still going to cancel him in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months? Are you going to stop supporting him? Are you going to stop buying his products? Are you going to stop watching him on TV? You know, the thing about it is Snoop is trying to be universal. And I didn't watch, what was it? Not Dance with the Stars. It was a Voice or something like that. And they were saying that he did some shit on there too that they thought was, they said that he got rid of the black, the really, really black talented people and kept the white people. They were like, Snoop is doing some weird kind of shit, but it might be his effort to appeal to the masses. You know, he has his partnership with Martha Stewart. Maybe he's just trying to whitewash his legacy.
Maybe. I mean, he's been doing a lot of, you can catch Snoop everywhere. He is universal. He's not trying to be. He definitely is the one rapper I feel like that can do anything. He just shows up in the most random places and you're like, okay, Snoop, we see you, and initially that was cute, but like I said, I don't think this is one of those spaces that he wanted to show up. And maybe that's on brand for him. That's the question, right? So since he shows up at the Olympics with Martha Stewart, with on random cooking shows, on all these different things, on commercials, is this on brand for Snoop, Constance? Just doing all the things, being everywhere.
I think he expected people to ride with him no matter what. And I think the outrage with him, like nobody is even checking for Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy is so stupid. Nobody expected anything else. Like Donald Trump. Wait though. Wait. I want you to just look at this real quick. Look at this. Wait, I gotta take this better off. Look at the picture they got of Donald Trump. Look at the picture they got of Donald Trump.
Oh my God.
That is hilarious. But I think the thing about people is they expected so much more of Snoop. They were like, this is, even though we know we gave him a pass for everything else, even though he's done all this other bullshit, like this is our dude. This is our dog. He's the voice of a lot of us. And Snoop is a very, very intelligent man. I don't care what nobody says. I think they even said he has a high IQ.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. He's very calculated. Just in talking to his friend Warren G, he says that Snoop is always getting brand deals and he's always just making all of these like behind the scene moves because he's so smart. Like he's not this, and that's what his smarts, because there are a ton of rappers that are probably the same level of talent as Snoop, but they don't have the same level of smarts and skills and intellect to be able to move in those spaces like Snoop. And Snoop's been able to do that because he's so smart, but he's so relatable, and he's our dude, he's our homie, he's our uncle. And now you shucking and jiving for the man. Right.
My uncle.
No. And it's sad that, I don't want his legacy to go out like that, because I think he's done a lot of monumental things. I wouldn't say good things. I would say monumental, because he's broken records. He's made history. Like the things that he's done is, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, on the flip side, if we think about it, and this is just me saying black people, I'm not gonna be.
Let's go there.
I'm just saying, has Snoop done great things for the black community though? He's done good things for himself, but he put out an album where it was like bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. He's showed us weed culture and smoking weed and using drugs. He's really glorified that and introduced a whole generation to that. So I don't know if I'm on the bus with like praising Snoop. He's been able to do great things for him and diversify his brand in a way that is admirable for us pursuing money and those types of ventures. But what has he done for the black community?
That's true. No, real talk. Think about this, you guys.
Please tell me. I'm asking.
No, you're on it. Somebody said that they invested in his youth league. Snoop got enough money where he don't need these motherfuckers to invest in his youth league at all. So you can leave that. I don't care nothing about these white people investing in his youth league, because he has friends. He has enough celebrity friends that if he needed them to collectively come together and invest in his football league or whatever, they could do it. He didn't need them for that. So if that's the excuse that this man is using, You can get out of here with that. But you're right. I believe you are so right, because you think Snoop, actually, to be honest with you, if you think about it, he is one of those pawns that I believe that's in the rap community that is destroying, is part of the destruction of our Black community. You think about what happened. So I don't know, I know you're a little younger than me, Tiara, but in the 90s, we had positive rap. We had, remember self-destruction. Remember when Heavy D and all the people from the East Coast, they came together and they talked about, you headed for self-destruction. And then remember we had the Black Fist, and we had the African medallions, and we had all this Black pride, right? Yes. This music was selling. Tribe Called Quest, the Jungle Brothers. That's what I used to listen to. Yes. And then gangster rap came out. Okay, it's different. Okay, it piqued people's interest. But then they took the money out of the positive rap and they started putting it into the negative rap. Yeah. We can make money by doing this, and look at all the people that are affected. We don't want to give Black people back Black pride, because what did J. Edgar Hoover say in 1955? The biggest threat to America was what? Negro unity. So if we can continue, so then they start infiltrating COINTELPRO, and then they started putting drugs in the community. CIA got caught. Yeah. What's his name? Mr. Webb, I forget his first name, was committed suicide. He wrote in the San Jose Mercury News, my hometown, San Jose Mercury News, he wrote that article where he exposed the CIA for putting drugs in the Black community. This is all by design to destroy the Black community. CIA, FBI, COINTELPRO, this is all on brand. Federal government kills Martin Luther King. I did a video, I did a show the other day where I talked about how we had all these affluent communities and the federal government destroyed. I named 20 affluent communities, Tiara, where the government has destroyed specifically Black communities. So there's been a collective effort, and these rappers, I know this is a long way to say this, but these rappers have been a pawn in helping to destroy the Black community with their lyrics, just like you said, with the drug culture, the weed culture. Do you know the weed? I wish I had a statistic, but I don't know. But weed has the use of drugs has increased significantly since rappers started promoting it. Whatever rappers do is cool. How they wear their clothes, how they wear their hair. Girl, when NWA came out, Jerry curls was done 10 years before that. But then niggas started wearing Jerry curls again. Like, what? Yeah. My mama then was wearing that in 82. Now it's 90 and y'all wearing Jerry curls. So that's how it is. Like Black people are so cool. Whatever we say, people do. They know that, but they also know that it's used to destroy our community.
That's right. And I mean, think about it. I mean, what we had, I'm an artist, right? So I'm a fan of music, but I remember I was in music school, y'all, and we had this music history class that I absolutely loved because it showed me that Black people had, for music, we had hands in we basically created every genre of music, and I was like, wow, even house, even dub, even step, there was just like everything that we had, right? So there was, they were explaining how when we came out of the I'm Black and I'm proud era, like we were just creating that kind of music, right? Where we were proud of to be Black, and it was a reflection of our community, right? We let those mantras really get into us, right? We were proud to be Black. We were wearing our afros. We were doing all the things, right, to uplift Black people. And I believe that every generation there's a version of COINTELPRO. There's just a version of it. And you're right. I think gangster rap music was that. They saw the opportunity, like you said, to say, we can use the music to dismantle the people. And so now weed was our gateway drug. They say that weed is a gateway, right? So they started with a little weed, you smoking, you seeing it. I know the whole Chronic album. I'm 13 years old, right? Like I know the whole album. I know Snoop's whole album when I think about it, right? Just think about how that's evolved. Now it's lean. Then it was lean because I'm from New Orleans, right? So then, I saw Lil Wayne with a white cup and then it became like lean, and then it became like pills, and now it's, what I'm saying? Like now you can openly be like, I be snorting. Like me and my daughter were listening to a Travis Scott song that was called Drugs You Should Buy or Drugs You Should Try. You can literally Google this song and look at the lyrics. It's called Drugs You Should Try. It was on his last album. And I said, wow.
Wait, whose last
it's
album?
So blatant.
Whose last album was that on?
Travis Scott. Google it. Drugs You Should Try. And me and Lauren read I said, do you see what they're doing, daughter? Do you see how they are trying to really,
Drugs.
really like influence us, in all
Let
the
me
wrong
ask
ways.
you a question. Do you think? I wonder if there's any Asian artist that talks about that in the Asian community. Is there any Jewish person that you think that talks about that? Is there any Arabic person, not even Hispanic? Nobody. They would never. They would say this is a shame. This is an abomination. They would never promote that. They probably gave this man $50 million to put that shit out.
They can't do it, right? So like what I noticed with my daughter loving, again, Korean pop culture and J-pop and all of that, they study our music, they get the rhythm of it, they do all of that, and then they can't have lyrics like that where it's like fuck China. They can't like they can't do that, right? But they can't talk about Chinese people, they can't talk about killing, they can't do that. They can't promote those kind of things. But they could take our rhythm. That's why you listen to J-pop and K-pop. I'll be like, okay,
right?
It's just black music.
That's all it is. And they are
so positive.
So much money. It's so funny because I met this promoter, and he used to promote like Drake and stuff. And he's like, man, I started promoting J-pop, K-pop, not J-pop, K-pop.
J-pop is both.
Okay. He's like, I started promoting K-pop. He said, first of all, they basically print their own money. He said they make so much money. He said there's no violence, nobody dies, nobody gets shot.
No,
it's just 12 and 13-year-old girls crying. Yeah. He said they sell so much merch. So much merch. He makes he said, and all they did was take black music and duplicate it.
That's it.
If we took white music and duplicated it, we would have to make it somehow negative and raunchy and everything else in order for it to sell. And that's not, but it's not in order for it to sell, because I believe the positive things they suppress, and I believe they really push out the negative. I really do.
Here's the thing. We don't take negative, because listen, we are the creators of music, right? So they stole from us. Elvis stole from us. Like white singers steal from us. But what I'll say is, somehow we've been rewarded and incentivized to take it and make it negative. And we're the only ones that celebrate. There's a market, y'all, to make music.
Out, though. It's pushed. Oh, that's positive. There's a market for positive music too.
There's a market. It should only be a market for positive music, right? That should be the market. But there's for record labels, they're like, okay, I sent you this video, but there was this guy doing like a bit of a TED talk, and he basically was saying, this white guy, and he was like, we used to go to record labels and say, would you put songs out about somebody killing a dog? They were like, no. Would you put a song out about people killing, he just went down the line, hurting babies or killing babies? He was like, no. He said, well, why would you go out and put out music? Would you go out and put about music about black men killing each other? He was like, well, maybe, because is there a market for it? And it says that there's a market for it, right? So there's a market for it, because we go and we be like, hey, the beat is dope, but the lyrics is like, I'm gonna kill my brother and the nigga and it's hard, y'all. And we
the market is for, because they say, oh, nobody buys positive music. It's just that they don't promote positive music.
Correct.
If they think about, I don't watch the reality shows anymore. I used to watch like the Housewives of Atlanta, and then it just started to stress me out, and like I was just like, this is too much. Like just picking up the energy of the drama, I can't do it. Like it just.
I used to produce it, Constance. I used to produce reality TV, y'all.
So good. I'm glad. Okay. So you being the producer, why then do they not promote white women fighting like they promote black women? So when you see even the real estate shows, you got the white women, they're all successful. They're selling these $1 billion homes and they're looking good, and they're in Manolo Blahniks and all that stuff. And then you got the black women, they catty, and you ain't gonna take that's what they promote.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I think they'd be surprised. You'd be surprised by how much we want to see positivity, but they will not give us positivity because it always has to turn negative. Why, Tiara? You produced this.
I'm a former producer, y'all. I didn't know what I was doing, but I did have to look at the culture and say, what am I contributing to, right? Because what it felt like, So you asked me why, as a producer, we're always trying to find the story. We're always looking, just like a journalist. I'm a journalist girl. We're always trying to find the story. And if whatever the people are presenting and the culture of that network is what they're gonna bring, right? They come into the audition. You audition for Zeus, you got to come in and fight. They fight at the auditions, right? The girls fight to get on the shows. They come with their most ratchet, right? So those women who are in Orange County, let's say, that's not their vibe. They're just gonna be petty and catty. And so we look for that story, right? Okay, we know that these women aren't gonna necessarily fight. They're just gonna be catty. They're gonna be like, oh, those Manolo Blahniks are so 2016. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna find that story. But for Black women, I feel like
we gonna shake the table.
We gonna come. We gonna fight. Did you know that the first Love and Hip Hop was not intended when Chrissy and Jim went to Mona? It wasn't supposed to be that. It just kind of like became that, and they realized that
because Chrissy was beating up everybody.
she was mad because Mona stole her idea supposedly. Yeah, it was bad. It was supposed to be literally about love and hip hop. Women loving rappers, not like women like, oh, I slept with Fabulous. What? And then we fight. Like that first season was like a lot of drama. And what y'all basically what I noticed is that women realized that there was a reward in like it just kind of killed our conflict resolution skills. It kind of like the culture of reality TV had you watch and think like, this is how you deal with situations. This is how they were learning how to deal with other women. I mean, think about it. When you watch that stuff, that's what you're watching. Like women don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to communicate, resolve issues. They want to fight. They want to cuss each other out because there's a reward.
You got these $500 shoes and you fighting.
Y'all reward the behavior because y'all watch it. Tiara, they get money. They get brought back because you watch it.
Remember get out of there. Remember the first season of Atlanta Housewives, the one Deshawn, they didn't bring her back because she wasn't. They were trying to goad her and she wouldn't go there. She was just like,
you know what we do? You know what we do? We bring women together that we know. I'm sorry, not we, because I'm former, but they brought women who are broken. They bring broken, unhealed women together. And those women, if I know that Tiara doesn't like Constance, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put Tiara and Constance in a room. And I'm going to have extensive conversations and interviews with you first. And you're going to say, I really don't like Constance. I mean, she stink and she smell like feet and I hate how she talk and whatever the issue is. I know that as the producer. So then I put, and then I get in the room with Constance and I say, Constance, how do you feel about Tiara? There's some type of beef. And I plant things. I sow seeds, right? And then before you know it, you don't like Tiara, but you don't even know why you don't like her. She's like, yeah, she be acting funny. She be acting bougie, But then I put you two in a room with alcohol and I just watch it all play out. Because I know it's going to come to a head. I know y'all going to be fighting. Maybe I don't even have to tell you to fight. I just know you're going to fight. Just because
that's the devil. That's like Satan. That's like some satanic
that's
shit.
Reality TV, y'all. Wow. It's reality TV. So the last show that I worked on was RuPaul's Drag Race in 2018. And I said, you know what? I want to work in real TV. I want to work in real film. I want to write real stories. I don't know how I got caught up producing, y'all, but I did. And it was good money and all the things, but I left, and that was the last show I worked on. Even that, it was like the queens wanted. It was like, just tell me what you want me to say, honey, because I just want to sell these T-shirts and this merch, and I want to do my thing. Like it was that energy, and I was like, I'm not making these people famous. Like I'm not on that. So, yes.
The last what I don't get. And then we're going to shift gears. Married to Medicine, I watched, I think maybe the first season. And when I seen them fighting at the pool, I was like, these are doctors. Like I'm not around with Black women that do that. So that to be what people will think when they look at Black women and they think that's a reflection of us. It's not.
No.
Tiara would never. Even
never.
If we would never. Like,
never.
Now, I'm a person, y'all, I be daydreaming about fighting, but I'm not going to embarrass myself and fight nobody in public. Not when
Well,
the
in case
cameras is on.
if you step to me and I come, if somebody steps to me, Constance gonna be like, "Oh, we fighting?"
Oh shit, I'm a ride. Oh, I'm riding. I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. Like I be looking for opportunities. I do look for opportunities, but I'm not gonna start it. I gotta stop, girl, because my mama was fighting well into her 60s. Oh, I can't say that. Hopefully my mama ain't watching, but my
Hey,
mama was
mama.
fighting, girl, her ass was up there still fighting. I was like, mama, stop fighting. But it's like, so it's natural in me to kind of, want to, okay. Anyway, let's shift gears. So
Yeah.
Tiara.
I just say don't watch reality, y'all. Like, don't let
Don't
it be
watch
your guilty
reality.
pleasure. You know how people be like, "It's my guilty pleasure. I watch." I hate when people say
Okay,
that.
so let me tell you. Okay, I will
hate
admit.
it. What's your guilty pleasure, Constance?
Pop the balloon.
Oh, okay. You can watch that. I mean,
Okay.
that's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. So let me tell you why, and then we go because it's intergenerational. So my kids, they don't be trying to give me no love. My daughter will hang out with me, but my sons won't. And I'd be like, please, like I told my son the other day, my youngest son, I was like, please, can you just give me one week a month, one day a month? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, what about one day a week? He's like, okay, mom, you pushing it. So I'm like, okay, one day a month where you just watch TV with me. And so the other night he was in my room and I didn't realize that was my one day. He was just kind of in there for a minute, like 5 minutes. And he was like, see what I did? I was like, what? He was like, I'm here. And I was like, what? So anyway, Pop the Balloon, they will sit down, all my kids, and they will watch it with me. And so, like, listen, any chance I can get, and I'm not gonna watch. What's that other one? That Chinese one that they be watching, like kind of like Hunger Games or whatever, Squid Games. My kids be watching. Now, I'm not into that kind of stuff, but I will sit down and watch Pop the Balloon, and so that's like a family thing. So that's what's your guilty pleasure before we?
I'll give you that. Y'all know, I'll be watching those. I stopped just recently for my spirit because God had to confront me about this. But I was watching like she murdered her husband. Like those things on Netflix. It's like the worst roommate ever. I was like, ooh, and that's snapped. And that's when Sally Mae snapped. She stabbed her husband 39 times. I'm like, Lauren be like, I can't have it. My daughter, y'all met my daughter. She'll walk by she'll be like, I can't believe you're watching this. I can't have this in my spirit. I'll be like,
oh, see, look at the baby had to tell you. The baby had to tell you.
I'll be like, Rodney killed him. Rodney was the killer. She'd be like,
Mom, go away. Please go away. All right, so we're gonna shift gears, y'all. So the January 6th, this is okay. All right, let's just watch the video real quick. Let's just watch the video.
You would agree that it's never acceptable to assault a police officer,
sure.
Right? So then if I can, among those you pardoned, DJ Rodriguez, he drove a stun gun into the neck of a DC police officer who was abducted by the mob that day. He later confessed on video to the FBI and pleaded guilty for his crimes. Why does he deserve a pardon?
Well, I don't know. Was it a pardon? Because we're looking at commutes and we're looking at pardons. Okay, well, we'll take a look at everything. But I can say this. Murderers today are not even charged. You have murderers that aren't charged all over. No, I am the friend of police. More than any president that's ever been in this office.
One of the most searing images, the most brutal assaults, was against Officer Daniel Hodges. You can't forget the disturbing way he was attacked. And as he was being attacked, one rioter ripped off Officer Hodges' gas mask. Another hit him in the head with his own baton. One tried to gouge one of his eyes out. And it was Patrick McCaughey that you can see here who pinned him in that Capitol doorway and assaulted him with a police shield. A judge sentenced him to 7.5 years in prison for his role in that attack. But tonight, he is free. His mom tells the Connecticut Insider he's on his way home. Are you worried that Trump's pardon of people like Patrick encourages them to do this again?
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't it, right? If people know that there are not going to be any consequences for their actions, particularly their crimes, and they would like to further a certain agenda with extreme violence, then all they have to know is that they've got a wink and a nod from a man in office who doesn't have any integrity, and they're good to go, right?
Trump says he's the friend of the police. Do you think that's true?
Trump says a lot of things. Sometimes lies are more reliable than truth. And I have not had any experience that would suggest he is a friend of the police. I think what he's a friend of is anyone who elevates his position.
Come on, Daniel.
What, Tiara?
I mean, California is burning right now, and I happen to believe that it's part of this plan, y'all. There's 2 or 3 more fires.
Y'all got more fires?
Yeah, Trump hates Newsom. You know, it just feels like, to me. I mean, this is all me, y'all. I believe that, yeah, there's more fires. People are intentionally going around and lighting fires at this point, setting fires. I'm sorry, and you know, it's 60 degrees outside, so it's not like vegetation because it's wintertime. So, you know, I just happen to believe that we're part of this. There's something happening, y'all. There's something happening. I don't know if you see it. Constance?
So, y'all, your president plans on giving immunity to police officers for killing Black people, but he will give a pardon to white people who assault police officers. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
That's very clear. It's very clear. Anybody, just like the guy said, anyone that will go after people in his name, he'll protect.
A nod and a wink. A salute.
A salute.
A salute.
So this, you know, and I did a post today. I posted something today or maybe yesterday, but when I came home from the grocery store, I was just like, this country is for sale. And Elon Musk bought it.
He did.
And let me tell you why. Because a few months ago, I did a post. I think it went viral. Yeah, it went viral. And it was Elon Musk saying DEI must DIE.
Yeah.
And a few months, so he's so adamant about getting rid of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And then fast forward to one of the first orders that Trump did was get rid of DEI.
DEI. He pardoned people in DEI in the same day.
In the same day. So this was part of Elon's initiative. Elon Musk bought this presidency for Donald Trump. The country was for sale. Elon Musk bought it. They put President Trump in office. Elon Musk put Donald Trump in office. And you know what? And I'm gonna keep this up all the time. I'm gonna have this in here because every time we talk about politics, I want to put up this quote by Octavia Butler. Can you read it for me real quick, please?
Choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. To be led by a coward is to be controlled by all the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunist who controls the fool. I still haven't read that. I can't do it.
I'm reading it right now.
I'm gonna read it with you. I download it.
I'm listening to the Audible. To be led by a fool is to be controlled by the opportunist. Is to be led by the opportunist who control the fool. So Donald Trump is nowhere in control. This dude is so stupid. Just like you said, he's a marketing genius. He's a marketing master, but he's not in control. He is not that bright. And so he is just the representative. They knew that they needed somebody dumb enough who will do whatever they tell him to do. The real powers that be, which is not Donald Trump. But for him to release people, oh girl, look, I got some quotes. Look at this quote from a judge. Dismissing the case, the judge wrote, cannot whitewash the blood, Tiara, the feces, and the terror that the mob left in its wake. And it cannot repair the jagged breach in America's sacred tradition of peacefully transitioning power. And then, standing with bear spray streaming down their faces, those officers carried out their duty to protect. Kohler Cotelli wrote, noting 5 different police officers that tried to protect the Capitol and congressional members and had officers who were injured by the violent mob. And so now they're pardoned. Some of them had like lengthy sentences and they are pardoned. I mean, how do you pardon people? So how do you say, I was not a part of that. I did not incite this riot. This is what he said. But on the other hand, I'm going, oh, and then the crazy thing is all these Congress people who are backing this up, they are inviting these people to the White House to have a tour of the White House.
We have sound from the Oath Keepers leader, Stuart Rhodes, who spoke after he was released from prison. I want to listen to that.
Any regrets?
No, I don't, because we did the right thing. We were there to protect Trump supporters from Antifa. We were there to protect and secure 2 permitted events on Capitol grounds where members of Congress were going to speak. The guys that went inside, they're not committing the crimes. In fact, they help people. They help the police and help the people out.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I would say to Stuart Rhodes. Go f*** yourself.
Okay.
You're a liar. I mean, listen, these are individuals who assaulted law enforcement officers at the behest of Donald Trump, the president. They are now free. Donald Trump has told the American people, if you commit crimes on my behalf, I've got your back. I will pardon you. I will absolve you of any accountability. What message do you think that sends to Donald Trump's supporters? People like the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, these violent anti-government groups who Donald Trump has brought into his inner circle. It says, go out there and assault my detractors. Go out there and silence those that would stand up against me, and I will make sure that you are never held to account. The rule of law in this country is dead. Criminal justice in this country is dead. And people like myself cannot turn to the institutions traditionally charged with protecting American citizens from violent attacks just like this. Because the Department of Justice is not the independent body that we have all come to know and respect. The Department of Justice is Donald Trump's Department of Justice. The FBI is Donald Trump's FBI. Local law enforcement is Donald Trump's local law enforcement.
Law and order is dead. Criminal justice is dead. This is Trump's criminal justice, is what he said.
You know, it's so interesting because I see people in the comments saying like, you know, Biden also pardoned people, his son and others, right? And that Donald Trump is not doing anything that hasn't already been done. But I beg to differ about him doing. This is not the way politics has been run so openly. I don't know. I haven't seen anything like this before where people are intentionally trying to restore white order. When you roll back civil rights initiatives, when you are getting, to me, if you're saying like those DEI hires that were placed on leave yesterday, those people feel like black people to me. I mean, I don't know, black, white, black, there's some, it just, to me, it sounds like black people, right? And it's saying like, what message is that sending to our country that like now they want to hire the people that are qualified to be in those positions, like the people who were how do you know who's a DEI hire, right? Like it's not, we're qualified. Black people are qualified to be in those positions. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know if it's the same. I don't think it's the same. I don't think we have the same country. I think you guys.
Oh, no. It's not the same country, but here's the thing. Here's the light bulb, I think. This has always been the criminal justice system for black people.
Yeah.
They getting a little piece of what we've experienced throughout the history of this country. This is the unfairness that black people have been getting since 1619, since we landed on the shores of America in 1619. White people are getting a piece of it by being anti-Donald Trump. What gets me is we know people are stupid. Okay, we know that there are a lot of mentally ill people out here. I don't believe that many people voted for Donald Trump. I really don't. I believe Elon Musk. Because remember,
he was good with the computers.
That's what he said.
Computers.
What did we say on the show the other day? What did we say on Fly Nubian Money the other day? He didn't say thank the people of Pennsylvania for voting for me. He said thank you to Elon Musk because he's good with the what?
Computers. He won all the swing states, y'all. All of them.
Because Elon Musk is good with the what?
Computers.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Elon Musk is a genius. Why does Elon Musk have a place at the White House?
Girl!
Why is he being briefed? Elon Musk being briefed, y'all. Come on.
Elon Musk is the South African. he's the first African American president of.
Come on.
I mean, so just like Deborah said, even a blind person can see that. And so I wanted to just bring light to it again. So there was one out of all the people he pardoned, Tiara, there was one person that did not want to be pardoned. She did her time, but she was an older woman. And she said accepting a pardon would only insult the Capitol police officers, rule of law, and of course, our nation. She said, I pled guilty because I was guilty, and accepting a pardon also will serve to contribute to their gaslighting and false narrative. Yeah, somebody sees it.
Somebody has a conscience, and she was there.
She was there. She was convicted. She served a little bit of time.
Participating.
She participated. So this is what it looked like. It was pure chaos, and all of these people here committing crimes are now free. Now imagine if those faces right there were Black. These people would still be in jail. But see these, look in the upper right-hand corner of these women. I think the caption on that picture that I got, it says something like, the rioters bringing civility to the riots or something like that. You show a white woman and all of a sudden, there's civility and unity. This is the media's narrative.
Right.
So, I mean, I wanted to bring this up is because I need us to understand, and I know we have Black people that listen to us, and, I don't want you just to be following entertainment. I really need you to understand there's more at stake for us Black people. We have to do better. We have to practice collective economics. And I want to give you another moment, another opportunity, because I know people have just gotten on here, because we want to promote your business. If you have a product or a service, put it in the comments, because we want people to be able to work with you. The only way that we're going to be insulated from what's going on in the country is if we start working together and we start building together. Yes. We got to build together. There's no way that we're going to be able to get out of this, because there's a concerted effort more than any time in the history of this country. We've been oppressed. We've been marginalized. We've been, everything. We've been beat up. But now they putting the gasoline on it. What do you think?
I agree. It's so interesting. I know we talk about solutions because I don't want us to walk away feeling like fear, like every day we don't know what's going to happen, feeling it feels very unstable right now in our country. A lot of people, my mother called me this morning and was just like, I don't know if my healthcare will still be, and what about my Social Security? And she was scared. She was really, and I had to say, Mom, we're going to be okay. Like, we're going to be okay regardless. Whoever is in the office will just be there for a season. We'll be okay. We can lean on one another. We got each other. So I just want to echo what you just said. I'm going to just tell you what I told my mother. You all, we have each other. We will be okay. We will get through the next 4 years. I know that there'll be lasting effects from him being in the office. There's things that he has on his own agenda that he wants to push through, that he wants to be lasting, so he can have a legacy that will affect us. So we gotta, I think this is good for us, because we now can look inward and look at each other and say, what can I do for my sister? How can I help Constance? Literally, I love Constance so much, y'all. Last night, Constance had me sitting and looking through my Google Drive and dusting off old books that I wrote that I never released. I was like,
I love it. What?
Yes. Like, I had like 5 books in there, sis. Like,
shut up.
I love how you were just like over the weekend. Like, I wrote a book over the weekend. I write books for other people, y'all. I do regularly. And I have not released any of the things that I've done for myself.
Wait. You haven't released your own, girl. We got to talk.
I know. Don't get me. Don't do it. But I do. I write, I produce for all of these other people, and I have to turn around and do it for myself. But I'm always busy. Like, I always start something and be like, that'd be a good idea. And then, somebody called me and be like, you want to work on a screenplay? I'd be like, yes. And then before I know it, I'm writing or doing something for them. But I just want to say, Black people, we have. We are each other's inspiration. I don't know if I'm pointing at Constance or not, but we got. And so let's have that and be inspired by each other and really just like listen to one another. Like, I show up to listen to you all. I'm reading the comments. I see what y'all say. I'm listening. I'm open.
That's real shit. We do. And I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the things that I do with the women that I work with, because they be having ideas. And I see a lot of the women in Net 7 that's in the comments here, but that's one of the things that I do. You are not going to sit in on an idea. See, I'm not the big ideation person. I am an executor.
Yeah.
So you might have an idea. You might say, hey, Constance, because I got like this t-shirt line. If you go to my website, you go to like the store, I got t-shirts because somebody said, Constance, you should do t-shirts. I wrote this book because somebody said, Constance, you should write a book. Like I don't come up with these ideas. I just do it. So when we were having a conversation last week on Fly Nubian Money and we were talking about the living trust, I was like, you know what? More Black people need living trust, because I'm gonna tell you, Tiara, when I moved into an affluent neighborhood years ago, and I went to go look everybody up, and I'm like, let me see who over here, because it's mansions and it's yachts and people got Statue of Liberty in their backyard. I'm like, I'm gonna go see who these people are, and I went to go see, and I couldn't see because they had living trust, right? So I come over here, Black neighborhood, Lamborghinis and shit outside, mansions, folks got bowling alley in their houses. I'm like, let me go see who these people are. Guess what? I know exactly who they are. You know why? Because they don't have living trust.
Yeah.
Black people, we ain't operating the same. We might be, we get the money, but we don't even know how to keep or protect the money. You think about James Brown, they're not having a living trust. They were fighting with his estate for 13 years. John Singleton, Aretha Franklin, Prince, all of these people, they were fighting over their estate because they didn't have anything set up. So I said, you know what? I'm updating my trust. I just bought another house. I got to take some stuff out. I had to update my trust. Doing it on ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I don't got to pay. You mean to tell me I don't got to pay $2,000 for a living trust? I could just do it right now. Let me go show some other people how to do this. So I went and I wrote an ebook. Yeah. ChatGPT helped me write the ebook, right? But also I know what prompts that I needed to use in order to update my living trust. And so I said, let me write an ebook so I can help other people to be able to do the same, show you how to move your property in the living trust. But that was birthed out of a conversation that I had with you guys, because again, I'm an executor. You guys, because when I was telling you guys, this is all you gotta do, and you guys were like, oh, and I was like,
yeah, we were like, yeah.
So I was like, let me write it. Yeah. So, but that's what I encourage people to do, because you guys are the brilliant ones that have the brilliant ideas that a lot of people never just execute on. You guys have million and billion-dollar ideas that y'all never y'all got money, currency right here that you never execute. Black women are brilliant. Yeah, that's the reason why I do the Net 7 Collective. Let me just, before we get out of here, I'm gonna show you a little
3
video.
or 4 years. I've been praying for a business coach. I knew that a coach, I read many times that all the most successful people have a coach. Coaches have coaches.
I've learned how to purchase land. I've learned how to do overages in real estate. And I even learned some different things with credit, that I've gotten my credit cleaned up with my bankruptcy, that I'm almost in my home stretch. Doing everything right now and applying it.
I finished 2 ebooks. If I could do it, anybody can do it. And started a nonprofit.
Gotten more out of this than I ever anticipated.
Constance has done an amazing job at placing systems to allow us to understand how to prosper in our businesses.
I'm telling you, I would move heaven and earth not to miss one of these sessions.
So listen. Net 7 Collective starts next week, and I'm going to stop interviewing people on Friday. No, actually, I'm stopping interviewing people on Tuesday because I didn't close my calendar off till next Tuesday. And so I do have a few interviews next Tuesday. But you guys, get on my calendar if you think this will be a good fit. A lot of my ladies are on here. We just wrote a book called Unbreakable. Look at this, girl. Look at this.
Unbreakable. Yeah.
Girl, I helped 17 women become authors. Most of them for the first time. And they're sharing their story of resilience, of success, of power, and how they've been able to overcome. Because Tiara, we all have trials and tribulations and ebbs and flows and peaks and valleys that we go through to get us here. We were just talking about this before we got on, right? We were just talking about like one of the things, and I'm gonna let us get off. I know we gotta go. But one of the things that I think is so important is people, they see us where we are and then they think, oh man, they're there, they've arrived. And I tell you, if y'all know my story, I've been to bankruptcy, foreclosures, short sales, I was homeless, my car got repossessed. Like I've been through all of those things, but I'm never far away from it. This is what I was telling Tiara, because you never know if you may be in that position again. I went through a divorce. Things happen, life happens. Yeah. And so I lost $1 million when I went through the divorce. And I had to rebuild myself back up. And I'm still not even, Tiara, I'm keeping real. I'm not even where I was before the divorce. But I'm not where I was when I lost $1 million. But we go through those things. And so I want you to know that I'm human. You're human. We go through things, but yet we're able to rise above that. And if you have a group of sisters that could go with you and help you and encourage you and build you up, man, that's everything, girl. I created something that I really needed. inside the Net 7 Collective, and just women who just want to just pour into each other and that are killing it. Today, I got a text from one of the ladies. She doing all kind of like she doing new books, and these women are just doing the damn thing. Like, girl, it's crazy. But just me sitting on the front row watching the evolution of what people are doing. We got to get out of here, Tiara, because we have another. We got another. We got another.
Yes.
What we doing? What we doing? And where can they find you? Let's talk about you. What you doing and what we doing? What we about to do next?
Yes. And so, it's so funny that you said that because when and a lot of people don't know my story, but I moved to Los Angeles from New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina. And so I moved to Los Angeles with $250 that I got from Blue Cross or
Wait, how much?
Red Cross. I'm sorry, Red Cross.
How much?
$250.
You moved to
my
LA.
name. To my name in a bag with some pajamas in it, baby. That's what I had when I moved to Los Angeles. And so,
wait, so all your stuff. Wait, I'm sorry, I got to unpack this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All your stuff was like you didn't have any stuff. All your stuff got destroyed in the hurricane.
No, what ended up happening was like my car was destroyed. There were certain things that were destroyed, but not everything was destroyed. But what ended up happening was I couldn't. By the time I got back to my apartment, there had been like some looters, like there was some, somebody was breaking into the apartment, so there were some things that were gone. So I was able to I was scared to go in there, so I went in there and grabbed as much as I could. But I left New Orleans with a pajama bag. Like I was acting and modeling at the time, and so I had a photo shoot right before Hurricane Katrina, and so there was some stuff in a bag, and I was like, I'll just take this, and that's what I left with. I left my ID, I left all of that. Like it was crazy. So I had to rebuild when I was able to go back to New Orleans like a couple months later. Like we weren't able to get back into the city, and then when I was able to get back into the city and come and retrieve my things, like people had been in my apartment. And so I was just like, let me just take what I can. And so I took as much as I could. And I just set out for a new life in California. But
$250.
Yeah, with $250, I think overall FEMA probably gave us like $1,200. It looked like a COVID check, $1,500. It was something like that. But that was like they didn't give me that until like a year later or something. It was a holdup. Anyway, but my point is like you said, the ebbs and flows and not really like having to start life over. Y'all can imagine what happened when I got an evacuation notice here in Los Angeles when there was fires. I was triggered all over again. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna take? And so life, like you said, it can change in a blink of an eye. It could have been my place. I could have then had to go and build all over again. But there's something about my spirit that says like I'm the one that's building it. I'm the movement. All this could burn up, but I'm the one.
Movement.
Yeah, I'm the movement. I'm the one. I'm the momentum.
Wait. I just got another shirt idea. Thank you, but go ahead.
I'm the momentum. I'm the movement. I'm the movement. I'm the momentum. And so I don't even worry about any of that. That's what Katrina taught me. Is like you could go anywhere and build a life and be great and be okay and rebuild. So anyway, y'all. So outside of me being producer of Fly Nubian Money, the podcast, which is coming up next on this network from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have the Fly Nubian Money Club, which is my contribution, right? So I promise to bring top experts to you all bi-weekly, where you come and learn from bomb women who are killing the game and showing you how to level up. There's something about, to me, it feels like, we've been talking about this a lot lately. What can we do in this economy? Everybody is scared, but there is an opportunity to make money. There is an opportunity if you know how to get your certifications. I have somebody coming in that's going to teach you how to get certified in your business on every front. So you can get government contracts. So you got all the things, right? So I want to bring in people that's going to change your life. I had Constance a couple weeks ago, and she came in and taught us how the 7-figure blueprint. This woman has made millions of dollars and is teaching people how to make millions of dollars. We have Athena Gardner, who will be in Saturday morning.
AI.
Saturday morning. She's teaching us how to change our income with AI. It's from idea to income. Literally, like Constance said, you didn't say this, Constance, but you wrote that book in one day using AI, right? You took the Saturday and just wrote the book and sold hundreds of copies already. for $20. So so you see how fast you can make income from AI. So come see us, Fly Nubian Money Club. Right now we have a 30-day free trial. So come through. It'll give you access to all of our free. I'm sorry. It'll give you access to all our previous trainings, and then we're starting a little giveaway. So every week on Fly Nubian in the Fly Nubian Money Club, we're gonna give something away: a book, an ebook, a downloadable, something that will teach you and help you and push you to that financial goal that you have.
And me and Tiara working on something that we're gonna be pushing out in April. And then I got another idea. I got another idea for us too, Tiara. We about to bring y'all some more stuff.
Me and Constance are taking a show on the road, as you can see.
Taking a show on the road. So we're about to put you guys up on some real game. I do want to say that I do one-on-one coaching. So if you cannot join the cohort, and maybe you're a man, a woman, boy, girl, white, black, whatever, I do have one-on-one coaching. So you are able to come and talk to me. Go to constancecarter.com/coaching, and I coach people one-on-one. Okay. Also, I have the Grow Your Money Club. This is the Grow Your Money podcast, but I do have the Grow Your Money Club where I have training, online training, to help you from everything from credit repair to building your business and then becoming an investor. We're going to get off here because guess what? Yes. We got to get ready for the Fly Nubian. We got to get ready for Fly Nubian Money. Today we're going to talk about the DEI initiative, which I think is important. But you said we're not talking about who?
We're not talking about Trump, y'all. So we're not going from Trump to Trump. What we're going to talk about is mainly how this affects Black America. How does these DEI initiatives affect us? And what can we do? And how can we make it work for us? How can we turn this around to make it a positive? Because right now what they're saying is like, we can now discriminate based on gender, race. We taking it back. We can do whatever we want. It's the Wild Wild West. How can we still survive in the Wild Wild West without being?
Which is crazy, Tiara, because girl, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We got a whole. I can't wait to have this conversation. And Lala, I love. What the hell?
I don't know.
I love Lala. Lala is going to be the host today, and I love when she hosts because she be getting it. So you guys, make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be back on in about 45 minutes, and we're going to be talking about this. But we always try to talk about things that matter, and we talk to some of the most brilliant women in the country. And what I forgot to tell you today is I come live every day. Every single day, actually Monday through Friday, not every day. I'm not like Boyce Watkins yet. I come live every single day. But if you want to get notified when I come live, just text my name to 87948. Text Constance to 87948, and you will get notification when I come live so that you can come hear us and you can come talk back to us and talk Black to us. Again, put your business, your product, your service in the comments. Join my group on Facebook. It's called My Wealth Roadmap. We could also share collectively too, because we want to figure out a way here online that we don't need the politicians, we don't need the celebrities. It's us on the grassroots level, how we can work together and build our community. Tiara, I love you, girl. I enjoyed our conversation, and I'm gonna see you in a couple of minutes.